just be obedient. Yankai smiled slightly and thought for a while. I'm not afraid to tell you, if this king is willing, I can crush the man in the boat into ashes. The old guy with the highest strength on this boat is nothing but a first-order void return stage. But this king is compassionate and I don't want to do this. I hope you can think about it well for your family and friends. If you really annoy this king, you may not be able to bear the consequences. The girl's beautiful eyes stared round and nodded repeatedly. Yankai casually stated the realm of the highest cultivation level on board, making the girl realize that this young man might be really terrifying. Of course she didn't dare to make fun of her own life and the lives of her people. Yankai let go of her, and the girl did not yell anymore, but looked at him apprehensively and said nothing. Well, don't be afraid. Although this king is not a good person, I'm not a vicious villain. If you are obedient, there will be some benefits for you. Yankai said, relieved. The girl was still quite courageous. After experiencing the initial shock and fear, seeing Yankai's gentle and pleasant look, she was calmer, but she still didn't dare to speak at will, just stood there uneasy. Yang released his spiritual mind, scanned the surrounding environment carefully, and faintly guessed why he appeared here. At that time, he hid the mysterious boundary bead at the bottom of a river, and now it seems that the mysterious boundary bead was accidentally obtained by this girl. It's just that he doesn't know how she got it. The other party's cultivation level is only third-order transcendent, not even a saint stage, and her body is slender and looks very weak, with a beautiful appearance. Where is this place, and who are you? Yankai calmed his mind, found a chair and sat down, looking at the girl and asked. The girl swallowed her saliva, suppressing the panic in her heart, and replied with a trembling voice, returning to the senior, this is the Thorn Lake, and we are from the Wang family. Thorn Lake, Wang family. Yankai hadn't heard of it, but in his heart it was probably a small family on this cultivation star. He didn't care about it. Now he came out of the mysterious boundary bead. The first task is to find out if Luo Hai is still in Scarlet Billow Star. Although he felt that it had been more than a year, and Luo Hai probably wouldn't look for him anymore, but he was careful not to go on public view. That's why this girl was forced to shut up. He wants to hear some news from her. It is unlikely that the other party will know. But what Luo Hai is a strong second-order Void King realm. Every move may be eye-catching. What if this girl knows something? What is the name of this cultivation star? Yankai asked again. Scarlet Billow Star. The girl looked at Yankai in amazement, her beautiful eyes full of curiosity. Scarlet Billow Star? Yankai frowned, and immediately remembered that he had dealt with many Scarlet Billow Star cultivators. Leaving aside the people from Brilliant Fire Sect in Iceheart Valley, the Shudinyang who he came across in the Blood Prison seems to be from the Scarlet Billow Star. Before he died, he asked him to go to Blue Feather Sect to tell him the news of his death. He didn't expect he would accidentally get to the cultivation star. Is there a Brilliant Fire Sect in Iceheart Valley here? Yes. The girl nodded. Brilliant Fire Sect and Iceheart Valley are the two most powerful sects on Scarlet Billow Star, and there are experts in the Void King realm. After answering Yankai's several questions, the girl's mood calmed down a lot, and she was much bolder, so she took the initiative to step forward and poured Yankai a glass of water. She could also see that Yankai did not look like a villain. There is a Void King realm. Yankai was surprised. He didn't have a deep understanding of these two sects, but judging from the strength of his contact with those people, it is natural for a cultivator of this level to exist. Is there a sect called Blue Feather Sect? Yankai asked again. The girl's beautiful eyes brightened for a moment. Does Senior have friendship with Blue Feather Sect? I can't talk about it. You answer my question. The girl's face changed slightly and she nodded quickly. Yes. Our Wang family is a family attached to Blue Feather Sect. Oh. Yankai raised his brows. Is that true? The junior dare not deceive. The girl bit her red lips. Then tell me, what is the name of the sect master of Blue Feather Sect? Sect Master Shuding Yang. Yankai nodded lightly. He observed her words and expressions, and found that the girl's eyes were pure and did not deceive him. He made sure that the other party did not lie. After thinking about it, he took out a space ring and handed it to the girl. Senior, this is. Your Blue Feather Sect Master died in the Blood Prison. This is his space ring. I have only one encounter with him. Before he died, he gave it to me so I could send it to the sect if I have the opportunity to go in the Scarlet Billow Star. Now that I see you, I will leave the job to you. If you bring this space ring to the Blue Feather Sect, it will naturally be confirmed over there. The sect master is dead? The girl was shocked. In her opinion, the cultivation level of the Blue Feather Sect Master is so powerful that she can't even think about possessing it in her lifetime, but such a powerful person is dead. The girl couldn't help being lost. Yankai gave her some time to digest, and then asked, "What is your name?" Junior Wang Ying. Yankai nodded. Wang Ying, what big things have happened on Scarlet Billow Star recently? Did some big people come here? Big man? Wang Ying was at a loss, shook her head and said, "This junior is not clear, but if you want to talk about major issues, there is really one thing. Tell me the story." Right now, Wang Ying told the news that both Brilliant Fire Sect and Iceheart Valley were looking for one person. The person the Brilliant Fire Sect and Iceheart Valley were looking for, although Wang Ying didn't know what he looked like, she heard it was a young man in his 20s or 30s. Yankai knew it was bad when he heard it. Could it be him? Moreover, it was inferred from the time that it happened after he came to Scarlet Billow Star. Brilliant Fire Sect is looking for him, Yankai can understand. After all, when he was in the Blood Prison, Yankai accidentally heard someone say that the Supreme Elder of Brilliant Fire Sect had some friendship with Luo Hai. If Luo Hai was still in the Scarlet Billow Star, he will definitely ask Brilliant Fire Sect to help find him. But why is Iceheart Valley looking for him? He had an intersection with the people of Iceheart Valley, but that happened in the Emperor Garden. He have no grievances with Iceheart Valley. Why are they looking for him? The matter of Emperor Treasure and Void Mind Crystal will never be leaked out. Luo Hai's purpose is these two things. How can others get involved? Yankai thought about it but couldn't figure out the whole story. Senior, Wang Ying couldn't help but call out when Yankai was at lost. I'm very satisfied with your answer. This is for you. Yankai threw out a parcel casually, put it on the table, immediately got up, and his figure shook slightly, then disappeared from the room. Wang Ying didn't see exactly how he disappeared. She stood still in shock for a while. Wang Ying was gasping for breath, a feeling of surviving disaster aftermath filled her heart. She stepped forward slowly, walked to the table, and opened the parcel. The beautiful eyes suddenly brightened. There are exquisite jade bottles in the parcel. There are at least 20 bottles. There are some spirit pill inside. No one noticed that Yankai had left the iron boat and got out of the iron boat. Yankai casually looked for a direction. Flew forward. Scarlet Billow Star is not safe. Luo Hai has been looking for his own trail under the guise of others. Yankai wants to leave this place as soon as possible. Otherwise, once Luo Hai finds the trail, it will be another trouble. Now he is more and more diligent in his control of the Space Force. Although he is not worried about dying in Luo Hai's hands, it is not pleasant to be chased by such a strong man. How to leave safely is the biggest problem. The power of the Void King realm is amazing, and who knows if Luo Hai and Brilliant Fire Sect are paying attention to the movement of the cultivators leaving Scarlet Billow Star. If they are discovered by anyone, then it is simply throwing himself into the trap. With a solemn expression, Yankai thought all the way. It was the first time that he was hunted down by a strong Void King realm, and he was a Star Master. It's really stressful. The situation on Scarlet Billow Star is now treacherous. Although Brilliant Fire Sect and Iceheart Valley have not dealt with each other hardly for a long time, and they often have friction with each other, there has never been a time when they were tit for tat. The families of those sects attached to the two major forces have also been mobilized. Fighting can be seen almost everywhere in Scarlet Billow Star, and cultivators die every day. Yankai flew all the way, witnessing countless battles, large and small. The small scale is when two people fighting alone, and the large scale is when hundreds of thousands of people fighting, and the scene was extremely lively. One day, he flew high in the sky, and a shout came from below. Yankai looked down and found that there were at least 600 people gathered below, belonging to two sides, fighting each other. Needless to think, it was also the conflict between Brilliant Fire Sect and Iceheart Valley. Each of them had their cultivators fallen, blood stained the earth, and the brilliance of artifact and secret technique was extremely dazzling. Yankai slowly shook his head, passing directly from above. After flying forward for dozens of miles, there were still battle fluctuations coming from below. It's just that the battle this time was a battle between three people, and it seemed to be separated from that large battlefield. Two men are besieging a woman. The cultivation level is not high. The woman has the cultivation level of second order Saint King stage. The same is true for the two men. With the same cultivation realm, the number of people has the advantage. The woman rushes from the left to the right but can't get rid of the two people's attack. The two men seem to be very afraid of the woman's methods, and they dare not push too much. The idea is to make the woman run out of St. Yuan. The woman was dressed in white, and the aura was full of ice and cold, but the two men cultivate the fire attribute technique. The whole body burned like a blaze, easily dispelling the woman's severe cold, while attacking and speaking insultingly, disturbing the woman's mind. The attributes are mutually restrained, and the situation of the women is extremely difficult. When Yankai flew past from above, he frowned and glanced down. The woman's profile was imprinted into Yankai's sight, and Yankai, who was flying at a high speed, suddenly stopped, his eyes shrinking slightly, staring at the woman, as if he had discovered something extraordinary. The woman's body is light, her hair fluttering, and her face is presented to Yankai from time to time. It's actually her. Yankai's body trembled, his eyes bursting with amazing brilliance. He didn't expect that he would meet this woman at Scarlet Billow Star. To be continued.